Gente, if you are someone that has the call for spiritual undertakings, assignments, and service in general, even more as a man or a woman, more especially women. Wambo ke ali no fekenadi. Wambo ke ali megeni. Ke ali no fekenadi. Make sure that you don't marry a spiritual nobody, a spiritual non-entity. That's the wrongest person you can marry. Someone who doesn't know anything about spirituality. It has put many of you ladies and your lives in jeopardy, brought you to a crossroad where you don't know your way forward. Should I move forward or backward? How can I retrace my steps? What have I done to myself? Because you married the wrong person, because you married someone that is not attached to any spiritual service at all, that will understand who you are, that can even energize you in any way, or even find a way, help to activate you where you need activation, or assistance where you need assistance. He doesn't know anything about it, so how do you expect? You will find some people that see what I do and they say this guy is a sorcerer. This guy is saying he's a prophet. He's not a prophet anything. He's a black magician. This guy is this guy is that. Because they don't understand. But it takes a deep-rooted and spiritual person with a bright spirit to understand. It takes such person to identify with this kind of thing. Recognize more. They need to know you by the Spirit before they understand you. Peter came to Jesus and Jesus asked him, "Who do people say I am?" And Peter gave his answer. And he said to Peter, "Flesh and blood did not reveal this, but my Father in heaven did." So it takes someone who is deep like that to know. And when you know the person, you will understand them and you will know how to follow them. You don't just look at people with ordinary eyes. You have to move towards them spiritually to understand. So I'm not moved with, some certain things that people come online to say, maybe critics or things like that. When you come to my page and say something, the moment you say one or two things, I will know the level you are in the realms of the supernatural. So many people feel they are spiritual, but they are not. They are just religious. But when a spiritual person comes to me and speaks, the words of the Spirit will come out from their mouth and you will know that this person is deep. I know the people I attend to. I know the ones that when they speak, I just, thank God for where they are. Most of them didn't just get to that place. Many things have shaped their spiritual lives. They've actually made mistakes. They learned from their mistakes and continued. It is not a crime. It's just a position. It's the calling. So it's very important for you as a human being, especially woman, to get connected to someone who knows spiritual things. That's why it's good. Identify and find out yourself first. Before getting into marriage. Marriage here has a different agenda, but over there is a different agenda. So know who you are, find out yourself, discover yourself first before you get married. before they cut you off from the spirits. Spirits that are supposed to help you, lead you, assist you, walk with you, will leave you. Because they will be asking themselves, of what use is it to do this for her, seeing that this crown and glory will go to a people that are not even connected to us, people that don't have the same assignment with us. What medal are we going to get from this? Of what use is it? So try as much as possible to get that person. That is what you should be asking from your God. Because when you see that your spiritual guards have been overpowered by some certain things, is when you've made this kind of costly mistakes. There is no way to help you at this point. Quite alright. Sometimes it's just that the Haman here, because he may go a costly mistake. Just for you to come here and live life just like that. There is a principle that governs the person being a human being. There is a principle that governs that existence. Bring out yourself from being a human, sit in a place, whether you call it subconscious action or spiritual or whatever. Sit in a place where you are looking at deities, altars, humans, systems. Sit in that place and look and see what a human being is. If we've a madable, this thing called clay, see the mechanism God using creating humans. What is that thing that moves your hand? They told you it's your brain. Why then is it that once blood finishes from your body, your brain stops working and this one stops working, but there's no blood inside your brain? Science and spirituality are all connected to the supernatural, but they are still different. Many spiritual women go into marriage and it is as if they were given a time. They are on timing. After 10 years, she's out from that marriage. Most of you, that is what is happening. Go and check. You, Gimwabo, a spiritual woman, from 7 to 10 years that your marriage lasted, it was the time given to you. All time you enter there, you come out. But if you were in marriage with someone that understands spiritual things, someone that carried the same calling, that see things from where you see, a man of spiritual power, it doesn't have to be a pastor, it doesn't have to be a prophet or a native doctor or anything, just as he's inclined to spiritual things. Do you think that marriage will end? It will not end, because the spirits will back it up. How many strong spiritual people have you seen that they just disengage from their wives like that? The spirit might even bring that person and you neglect the person because it doesn't look it at that time, forgetting that 1 year into some certain games is when you master them, not in the beginning. And then you see them out of marriage, out of marriage, out of marriage. Go and check. I'm not talking about single moms. I'm talking about people that entered marriage and came out of it. This is the reason why in those days, when you enter a spiritual strong man's house, he doesn't have just one wife. Is in this your dispensation that you introduce one man, one wife? It has really helped the world of women. But there are some certain things that we need to look into. There is no spiritual man in those days, no spiritual man that married only one wife. And go and check some of those wives. Most of them, he married them because of who they are. Most of them, he had the stories about these people's village or that this water here, or that the spirit that governs this place, or the elements that are in charge of this environment does this and does that. And he decides to go there and get a wife so that he can have access to some of those things. And he looks again and sees that more neighbor na warrior. He might see na milinda na warrior, that this water in these people's locality, the moment you fall in, bathe, all your sickness is gone. And he decides to go and marry from that place, just to get in contact with the supernatural. Onanya saida funa mo na eba na ebute ego. He looks and sees that these people, they have the capacity to generate wealth. He goes there and gets married to a woman. Yes, Emily Ivana Agwagi now. And Ivana maybe even more. Listen, don't follow me with religious mindset. Follow me with supernatural mindset. If you can't, unfollow my page. It's not a problem. Maybe you are not meant to understand in this dispensation. Maybe it's when you die and come back to this world that you will understand these things. You will now pay price to understand them, because you feel the person talking to you is just a normal human being. Just unfollow. It's not a do or die affair. So that when I'm talking, I know the people I am talking to, and I know that they are listening and they are grabbing what I'm saying. Stop coming to my page and cause confusion. I will report you and I will block you. Yes, please. So imagine this person marries 3, 4, 5 wives. They are not beautiful, but he married most of them for assignments, powers, help, things that will aid him complete the assignments that he has been given. Maken will always then somehow wasiki ajazia no tank and magunda na chabananya. At least in geji ne no nka. You know what even new? It is at that old age that so many things, he is actually now trying to rest. Then he will go and marry those ones, that beautiful lady, that beautiful ones. Because mission accomplished, what else is here? Enjoy your life and go home. Most times, no na chabalabala. Doesn't mean them were on call pastor. Makana ni sikwanaka those people. Motaponye aga handle over the mantle of that man that he handled when he was alive. Sikwanaka nka wunne feel no fike. Where motia. Money doing your ditch and don't worry me hear the million wow till you are here. Oh, Yeneto, Oneche, Onama. I can no more come on, it is well with you.